live gig in Fredericksburg, Virginia in early 1958. Um, the band attempted to do a song called The Stroll when they were backing up a band called the Diamonds,
Okay.
right? And so Link Wray and his Wray men, they came up with this because they didn't really know that song. I actually, no, I saw something, I think on YouTube about it, that said that they just played something that they thought might sound like a song called The Stroll. So they just made up shit on the spot, apparently.
Hey, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Into the Music. My name is Greg, and that guy over there is Chris. And Chris, what do you got? What do you got for me today?
I've got one of my requests for you to react to. It might seem like a point of departure for us as far as the time period, but all right, I said enough. The name of the song is Rumble, and it's by Link Wray. Link Wray and his Wray men.
Well, now I'm wondering about the time frame. What are we talking about?
I think I gave you a good hint with the name of the band.
You drop a seed or you drop something, and then all of a sudden you just shut up. You just clam up.
Well, you gotta wait and water the damn thing.
Water the damn thing. All right. It's Rumble. Rumble in the jungle? No, Bungle in the jungle. Rumble. I'm gonna rumble.
Wasn't that pretty bad? Remember they had the Thriller in Manila?
Yes.
With the heavyweight thing, and then Rumble in the jungle. They couldn't even rhyme it. I mean, it's like it's a near rhyme, but.
Well, actually, I messed up on that. I'm talking about it's actually Bungle in the jungle, right? Jet Hotel was.
Oh, that rhymes, yeah.
Yeah, that rhymes. Yeah. Okay. So enough nonsense, and I started it.
Enough of the bungling. Get on with it.
Yeah. Okay. I've heard this. I know it. That is cool. Hey, I'm back. So it's funny because I didn't think I knew.
I'm so curious to hear this. Okay.
Well, I didn't think I knew. Well, I didn't know what the song name or whatever like that. But when I heard it,
already.
yeah. But honestly, it's something that I've heard here and there, over, the course of my life. But if I love music so much that I think I do, it's like, I would, I'm like, I'm glad I know this, because then I'm like, well, how would I not know this? Not that it was all so popular. And you're gonna tell me, but
But it is a classic,
it's a classic.
really.
And like, if you're into music, if someone's into really like into music, even plays and this and that, you're just gonna get around. You're gonna sort of like,
Yeah.
you're gonna be in position to hear a song like this, and it's good. It's good, and it's so like, it's
Basic.
not a lot going. It's not packed. It's kind of minimal. It's probably a different
Right.
word for that,
Right.
but just very basic. And yet those guitar strums, um,
Oh yeah, and they did the tremolo
get
towards
a
when they were going out. The guitar went into a tremolo thing, and that
oh
it kept increasing
yes. I
with
actually
each step.
right. It went from the reverb to like this, almost like this very pronounced, to like an echo, and you said like a tremolo. Yeah, it was like really getting like kind of like psychedelic.
Yeah.
I think it goes back, like really goes back. I think it goes way back before the 60s, might be the 50s. You tell me. Um, but it just had that. Um, I mean, I expected. I mean, it was that kind of sound that, like, the surf music, Dick Dale, just it just had the tone of the guitar. They weren't playing like a surf kind of thing, but that guitar, that tone, I just love that. It sounded like that. Um,
Right.
and there
Okay.
was this one part. It was one part, right? It was very kind of
Yeah,
like,
especially that section
yeah,
where it goes really fast, where he's
that.
just kind of
I was
like,
about to say that.
um,
I love that because
yeah,
that was.
he's just strumming the same three notes really fast. So,
Yeah, that was so good, right? Because before it was like this
and
very sort of,
the time signature changes too.
well, because the time signature was very sort of like paste, boom, it was just,
Oh,
and
it
then
was really, it was almost like unbearably slow, So when that fast guitar came in, it was like, oh
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. And I don't know if I needed that,
yeah. So
some
this
songs like,
is, and then it goes right back into that. It gets all hyper and then out.
and then it goes back. That's right. And it's not so much that I
Right,
like,
right.
there's certain songs that we react to, listen to, and we say, man, it needed something. Okay. It did, but I loved it. Just had, if it probably stayed that whole thing. Oh, I guess if it didn't have that, it still would have been a good song, I think. But the fact that they put that
See,
in
I
there,
love the minimalist.
no, that's why. Yeah, I don't think they need to really have anything different than that, but they wound up putting that in.
And it's a fairly short song anyway.
Yeah, yeah. So that was good, man. That was fun. You since we started kind of shifting back to some of our own stuff. Um, and big reason why we do that is because we have ideas about our channel where we want to go, but we also want to have fun. And we're having fun with a lot of requests, but we have fun with our own
Mhm.
stuff. And I'm telling you, man, when it comes down to Commander Cody, and Rumble here, man, this is just fun. It really is, man. It's just it's why I love music. It's sometimes you don't have to really think so much. You just kind of you sit back and you just listen to the sound, and it could just be something almost as simple as this. But man, and you're gonna tell me, I'm gonna shut up now,
Yeah.
and you're gonna tell me what year. Uh, and I'm gonna shut up now, and you're gonna tell me what year.
Okay. It's 58. And
Yeah, wow.
one of the things about this song, for the time it was done, uh, that was some of the sounds out of that guitar were kind of new, or yeah, newish. I mean, they might have been done by somebody else, but it was still kind of cutting edge.
Yeah,
It's you look at what electric guitars can do now, but they were so much still in their development in the 50s.
yeah.
You know, um, I have a I have a book about like the genesis of the electric guitar. It's pretty fascinating. But okay, this is an interesting story. The history of this song, okay? Um, and I'm reading this from Wikipedia, of
Right.
course. It's the history of it says at a live gig in Fredericksburg, Virginia, in early 1958, um, the band attempted to do a song called The Stroll when they were backing up a band called the Diamonds,
Okay.
right? And so Link Ray and his Ray men, they came up with this because they didn't really know that song. I actually, no, I saw something, I think on YouTube about it, that said that they just played something that they thought might sound like a song called The Stroll. So they just made up shit on the spot, apparently.
Yeah.
And they got through. You know, it's funny, you look back at this stuff and you see how many bands winged it, and, you know, just and for anybody performing. And it turns out to be a success, and it leads to something else, you know?
Yeah.
Now, my own knowledge of this song, this was part of the soundtrack of Pulp Fiction. Okay.
Oh, maybe that's where I heard
When
it.
the
Yeah.
Uma Thurman character, when what is it, Vince, the John Travolta character?
Yeah.
When
I think so.
he takes her to her place, right? Because he had taken her out to that
Yeah.
50s thing. He went to go clean up or something, and she put this on the turntable. So
Okay.
that was my first exposure to it, and I wasn't crazy about it. I was like, well, kind of what you're saying, well, more extreme than what you're saying about it being slow. I'm like, well, there's nothing to this song. What's the big deal? And then I watched the documentary. You might have seen this, called "It Might Get Loud." It's with Jimmy Page, The Edge,
Yeah.
and Jack White.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I haven't really watched it. I looked at it and I kind of went,
that, yeah, that documentary was interesting, but it wasn't great, but it was interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
And one of the things in it was that Jimmy Page said that this was a big inspiration for him, this song.
Oh wow.
So we
Okay.
might not have Led Zeppelin if it wasn't for Link Ray. You never know.
Yeah, who knows?
But yeah, so I listened to it again after that, you know, and I thought, well, maybe I'm missing something. Sure enough, you know, I kind of listened to it with new ears, and I love it.
Yeah. Yeah. I love stories like that, huh? That you find out that a song like this, you know, that you had limited exposure, right? But at least you had exposure.
Yeah.
So when he was talking about it, you kind of like, oh, okay, that one. And just to know how that song impacted him. Great guitarist, right?
Yeah.
In a great band.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
how
he was basically a kid, right?
Yeah, and
Teenager, probably.
yeah, and just to
Or
think
even
that a
younger.
song like this helped. I'm sure it was one of many, but just helped kind of shape, like, you know,
Yeah.
when he was kind of learning how to play guitar and what kind of style. That is so cool. Yeah. So yeah, this was really fun, man. This is good. I'm just looking at my notes to see if there's anything else I wrote, and no, I think we covered it all.
All right.
Wait, but did and Link Ray, is that the name of the guy, or it's the name of the band?
That's the guy.
And did he go on to, is there other stuff that you think that
he did? Some other stuff,
should know?
yeah. Let's see, he was active, throughout 2005, from 55 to 2005. So
Yeah.
that's a pretty good run.
Yeah.
And I can't find any other songs he did, but this is the biggest one, the most
cool.
well known.
You want to take us out?
Glad you liked it.
Yeah, man. Absolutely.
I know you don't like it as much as I do, but you like it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think
That's cool.
yeah. Well, because I think you listened to it more. Yeah. You know, this is the
Yeah,
first
and
time
it grew with
reaction.
me over time. It got better and better over time.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Yeah. All right, man. So I'll take us out.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, thanks for watching. Smash that subscribe button, as some other people online say. Don't break your screen. And
I did what he told me, that idiot.
Thanks a lot. Now I got to buy a new phone. All right. So anyway, we'll catch you all next time on Into the Music.
See ya.